Hey, 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 how are we all doing? Great to see everyone. Thank you for joining me. And of course, it is Wednesday, so I have our very dear friend, Mr. Saver Crypto, with us. And we are, of course, live on this fine Wednesday where we have PPI data coming in 25 minutes. So that should be a great watch for us. Let's see what happens. Obviously, in August, we had that huge drop on stream. When Bitcoin dropped, I think it dropped a couple of $1,000 actually while we was on stream. I famously got stopped out / liquidated on that move. So hopefully we don't see our current gains wiped out. How are you doing, mate? How is things?
I'm all right, actually. I'll tell you what, though. You know, like real life. There's a guy just come to service me boiler, right? So I might have to just pop off, have a quick word with him. And then I'll be back. But yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, PPI data, that should be good. So the thing is with the PPI data that as I believe that will the outcome of that will affect the likelihood of the interest rate cut happening. Is that correct?
It's one of the key factors. Yeah, it's one of the key pieces of data that the Fed look at.
Okay.
Obviously alongside CPI, which we've got tomorrow. So yeah, today and tomorrow should be quite a blockbuster. You've got them. You've also got non-farm payrolls and a few others. It's kind of like, I'd say probably off the top of my head, about 5 really key pieces of data, and really obviously high importance data, alongside, obviously all the others that the Fed look at. But in terms of obviously, kind of headline blockbuster data releases, this is up there with obviously one of the most key.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, you're laughing, aren't you? Because you're in like nice trades from like, 20 grand with Bitcoin.
No, to be fair, this one is actually, it's got like a nice bit of room. I opened this before I went away, and I just left it. And luckily I didn't get stopped out. I had my stop at 107, and it got pretty close. There 107 185, and I just left it open. And obviously it's been open now for the best part of, where did I open it? There. So that was on the 29th of August. So it's getting on for about 2 weeks that it's been open now, this trade. And I've just kind of left it. I'm really wanting for it to get close to 116, 117k before I close it. I do also have an ETH position open, which obviously isn't on this account, that we opened on Monday on stream. That entry is okay. It's at 4,316, so ETH's currently 4,330, and I've just kind of left that open the last few days with the chop. It's gone higher than that. It's also gone lower than that. We dropped down again on ETH last night, and then that one I've just kind of left open as well. But I'm kind of looking at it now, and I'm wishing, like, before I went away, I wish I would have really lumped a big Bitcoin long on around 108k while we had the chance, instead of this one isn't big at all, really. But I'm wishing that I would have really lumped a big sizable one on, a couple of grand on one of my personal accounts, which would have been great to show now. But we'll see what happens. This will be a great return if this comes off. So yeah, what about yourself? Or do you need to go to the boiler guy now? Or
yeah, I'll just go have a quick word with him.
Yeah, go on.
But I'll literally be like 2 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. So for you fine legends that have joined us so far, and that is Nick, Firewatch, Delta, and Pellin. Anyone else that's watching, welcome to the stream. Do make sure you all drop a big like on it as well. Let's see what you guys are doing. We've got 34 viewers and 8 likes. So that, it's great to have 8 likes. But we've got 34 people. So everyone, pause a second, scroll down, and drop the like button. I've just done some with my camera there. That's why I'm waving at it again. So we've got 38 viewers. Everyone, stop what you're doing. Scroll down a little bit. Hit the like button. And we'll then carry on. But yeah, we have PPI data coming in. So obviously here it is. And obviously out of all of them, so you can see there's 4 pieces of data. We have 2 PPIs, month over month, year on year. And then we also have price producer index excluding food and energy, which obviously food and energy are 2 volatile industries, and obviously 2 volatile pieces of data that go into it. So obviously this takes them out. So it gives a real kind of true aspect on the economy. So, of course, you remember last time, I think it was forecast in the 2% region. It might have been like 2.5, maybe a bit higher. And we got that huge number of 3.7, which just obviously made Bitcoin absolutely shit the bed. This time, it's forecast at 3.5. So it's forecast higher than we had last time, but lower than the data that we got last month. So we've got 3.5% forecast. So let's see what we get. I'm very keen to see what happens with Ethereum. I think Ethereum looks absolutely great. And I think it's really just coiling up now for a potential big move. We look at ETH. Let's go and have a look at it on the 4-hour. It's just really compressed, really tight. And, of course, it's kind of just awaiting some sort of move. I mean, all along there you can see we've held, obviously, particularly since late August here. But, particularly over the last kind of 4 or 5 days, this 4,280 level here, which is obviously a bit higher than overall where we've touched the past 2 weeks, has held strongly. So someone is obviously pinning this and not letting it go below there. But I think, this is kind of a waiting now, like we went through on Monday and we touched on it yesterday. This is kind of just one big range. Well, you say one big range, one range for ETH currently. low time frame between 4,500 and 4,250-ish. And of course, we've been testing support for a good long while. So is it time to now shoot up and test resistance up here? We'll soon see. But yeah, I'm really liking the look of ETH, and yeah, I mean Bitcoin. I think it's only a matter. I mean, the amount of times that we've kind of pressed this 113k mark now. If you see it here,
yeah,
you know,
I'm back, by the way.
Oh, good. Yeah, so, you know, we tested it here. We didn't quite test it there. That was a bit low. We tested it here. We tested it. And obviously, we are testing it more often than not. Now, what I do want to note, obviously, on Bitcoin is the sell-offs are getting, obviously, weaker. You know, as you can see, we obviously put the low in and obviously built this kind of base. And then each time we've kind of come up here and rejected, you know, we've put in higher lows each time. So this is obviously now what you could do if you wanted, if we get a clean chart. If you are, you know, if you consider yourself a bit of a you know, patterns trader, or, you know, you like your shapes and stuff, there would definitely be room to kind of draw in some shape or form a ascending triangle. Definitely. So whether that's, you know, you take it from here is probably the best point looking at it. There is definitely some form of ascending triangle coming off. Now, we did have an ascending triangle on hype as well, which come to finality, and obviously it broke to the upside. But there's at some point, you know, between now and I would probably think, you know, today looks like a good day with PPI data. Maybe that's going to be a catalyst for breaking to the upside. But definitely between now and kind of the end of the week, you know, we've got obviously Sunday, Monday. We would probably expect some sort of volatile move based on the compression that this is building now, but we definitely could get it today, and I'm keen to see it. Yeah. Nice. So what about you, mate? Did you are you in any trades or anything?
Yeah, my biggest one is a Solana one, but I must admit, at the moment I'm just kind of at break even, because I've been trying not to go to sleep with trades open. So yeah, I've literally just been, you know, see a bit of profit, take it, and then look for a new entry. And I've done pretty well actually, because I've been doing that on BLOFIN. Yeah. Using the inverse perpetual thing, the coin M thing, which I did watch your video, by the way. It was good actually.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. But anyway, so I was doing that. So about a week ago, I had 20 Solana. I now got 30. So I think I've done well actually. You know, over the last week, doing that. So I've been trading Solana backwards and forwards a bit. What else have I done? I've got a little Bitcoin trade on, but it's quite small. And I've also been trying to. I don't know. I've been looking at CRO as well, because as you know, CRO went up to like 40 odd cents almost. Yeah. And then it came back down again. And I think it's going to go back up. But it's a bit tricky to look at technically, because in the past, you know, 3 years, there's not that much history at this price. All the history for this kind of price is back from like 2020. So, you know, I'm kind of having, I don't know, it's weird to look for levels and stuff, you know. It's a bit odd. It could I think it's at about 25 cents now, down from like 40, and I'm not sure if it's going to dump down to 18 first and then go up, but I don't know. It's looking pretty lively to me actually, and I think it's all going well, you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the company, so I'm quite keen on that. Anyway, so I've got a reasonably. I'm trying to sort of like, what do you call it? Like ladder into a position on CRO. But I did one the other day, and I accidentally had it on quite high leverage. I had it on like 10x leverage, which is stupid for that kind of coin. And it shot up, and I made loads of money, and it was brilliant.
Is there any part of you that was tempted to sell when it was up there towards 40? You know, I think it got to like 38 cents or something, didn't it?
No, I think I'm going to hold out for $2 actually.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not sure if it's going to happen this cycle, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, they did do they did this thing where the actual card levels changed, and what it meant for me, because I was like the rose gold card, so that's like the one before the best one, you know, like the penultimate card. So I was getting like 3% cash back and all that sort of thing, and they've done this thing now where they've if you stake a certain amount of CRO, then you get this new level. So they've now got 3 levels. They're called like I can't remember now, something plus and then private. So I'm actually at the private level now. So I'm now getting I think it's 4% cash back,
right?
Which is obviously a bit better. And yeah, just a few other like perks as well. So the actual cards become better, so the actual services become better. Although I think they've taken away the Amazon Prime, but I'm not sure yet. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. So
we do. I tell you what, the viewers are shooting up. We've got 50 viewers, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you to everyone that's joined. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. And of course, currently on 18 likes. Let's get them likes up. Take a second, scroll down, hit the like button. Let's get it going, as we've got 12 minutes to go before PPI. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a move on, actually. Let's go down to the 5-minute chart. And we have had quite a nice 5-minute candle there. Now let's get into the chat, and then we will carry on. So let's see what we've got. We've got Space Cat, how we doing? Matt, Tennessee, Lalondo, hello to you. Helen says Poland's situation could dampen the pump even if PPI data is good. I don't know, to be honest. I focus on the chart. I don't try and predict kind of macro headwinds. I suppose you could go like geopolitical headwinds, couldn't you? I don't know. Focus on the chart. We'll see. Do you think it will dump? Well, I'm long, so I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that it will pump, Ryan. But we will soon see. Tiny thinks that we will dump. Helen actually thinks more sideways. We've got the Wizard in the chat. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. Oracle. Can't wait to take some profits. We will check that Oracle out now. And I think that one is a bot. So let's delete that comment. Right. So let's see. Oracle.
But I do agree with what you were saying about Ethereum, actually. In fact, I did actually swap a chunk of Bitcoin into Ethereum the other day for trading purposes.
Yeah.
So I am actually long on Ethereum as well. So yeah, I'm basically.
Oh yeah, go on, mate.
So basically, I'm long on Bitcoin, Ethereum, CRO, and Solana.
Whoa! Look at this one. So this is another one of Wiz's.
Oh.
And it is up 30% pre-market. Wiz, you're hitting some good ones this week, aren't you? Obviously, famously, Embis, anyone who's in the Stonksy Discord will know Wiz called Embis. He was big on Embis. Called it at $20 back in April, and it did touch 100 yesterday. So that was a full 5x in the last, recent months. So yeah, big one. I'll tell you what is looking crazy are these ones. Have you seen what's happened with some of these Binance ones? So obviously Bake was one of the ones that got announced to be delisting from Binance, and obviously dumped down last week there. And today it's up 350%. Obviously it's been higher. It went all the way up back to 21 cents, which has not been up there since February. I have no idea what's caused these pumps, or whether it's just huge short squeezes because people have been shorting them. But this, where is good old SLF? Where is it? It's up here somewhere. Let me try and find it. Where is it? Just give me a second. Look for a big number there. Oh, SLF there, 180%, 185% itself again yesterday. Dumped down after being announced to being delisted on Binance. Got down to 2.5 cents yesterday, and is all the way up at 7 today, and was as high as 8. Wiz, have you offloaded yours? I know obviously you bought some yesterday, or you're holding onto it. And I believe that a few others have done this as well. So a few others, I think Hi-Fi is one. Is that right? That was announced to be delisting off Binance, yeah. Obviously got a big dump down last week with the announcement, and again today, that hasn't pumped as big as the others. But all these recent ones that have been announced to be delisting off Binance are for some reason just getting huge pumps. After I don't know whether the delistings have been cancelled or what. What is the score with these? Does anyone know? What have we got? Dump or pump? We'll soon see, won't we? Got 9 minutes. Cyprian bro, how we doing? Which says, I bought a very large bag of bake yesterday. My timing is impeccable. Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. Coden says linear airdrop today might be worth a short. 70 bill total supply, I think. Okay. Right, we'll definitely look at that. Yeah, I mean, that bake, wow. You know, that's a clean... If you bought it yesterday, so let's just say you bought it anywhere in the middle of that candle, you know, that's a clean 4x in it, basically, here. It doesn't get better than that for a one-day trade, does it? What a timing that is.
Sorry. Yeah, somebody was asking me about that last week when I was doing the stream, and I was looking at it, I was thinking, God, it's dead.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. Yeah. I do struggle to believe that it will keep up this momentum. Maybe this is just one good golden opportunity to kind of get out if you're in it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, regardless, what a move on all them ones. You know, SLF included. That was another one that me and Wiz actually went through yesterday. I just couldn't believe how low it was. But, you know, back up there now, 184% move. So unbelievable. Unbelievable. And yeah, really good. Obviously, really good price action for anyone that bought in. What even does that news consist of? That can change. It's just it's a US data. It's US economic data. So really, obviously, the only data that the market really cares about is obviously US data. No other data really affects the market that much, unless obviously another country like Japan or China maybe has data that crushes their indice. You know, obviously, famously, the Nikkei is one of the ones that, you know, within the past year or so had a huge drop and took Bitcoin with it. So, you know, obviously they can affect Bitcoin as well directly, but obviously mostly we pay attention to US data. Explosion at railway station in Lithuanian capital Vilnius could be linked. I don't know. I think you will just get kind of speculation on everything now. Well, yeah, you get speculation on everything. But again, I don't really pay attention to it too much. I mean, the best thing you can do is kind of focus on the chart. If we do get some sort of news event that obviously comes out the blue like that, then, you know, what can you really do about it? You can't really do anything, can you? I just focus on the chart and that's it. Don't try and predict things or try and get ahead of anything like that. Circles back up pre-market. I was so annoyed I didn't buy some of this yesterday as it opened. But there we go. I'm guessing Coinbase is up a bit. Yeah, that had a great rally yesterday. Did you say you were long on coin? You bought some coin? Did you say coin?
No, not me. No, CRO. No, not coin. Unfortunately, I'll tell you what. When you're talking about speculation and conspiracies and all that, you know the Swissborg thing that happened.
Yes.
Did you also see that kind of tweet from the CTO of Ledger earlier in the days? He did like a really weird tweet. It was saying, like, you know, no transaction you do on chain is safe, unless your money's in a hardware wallet.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So he did that, and then like an hour later, the Swissborg thing happened.
Yeah, I think it was all. I think it was all kind of part of the same thing. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really looked deeply into the story, but I mean, to me, it looks like maybe it was mostly, you know, Solana that was affected.
It was, yeah. It was entirely that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is it obviously something good to note is obviously it wasn't actually directly Swissborg, was it? I think it's the DeFi partner or one of the partners with Swissborg, Kiln, I think it was Kiln. That was kind of responsible for the loss. Now I don't actually know what Borg has been doing. I know Borg got a huge drop instantly, but it kind of recovered, didn't it?
It did, but it wasn't that big, and I think it's back up strong now. That's what I was going to say there.
Yeah.
Is, I mean, I must admit, I do love that company. I mean, I've kind of met them all as well, which kind of helps. You know, I was there at their AGM in Switzerland, and I had a little chat with Cyrus and Alex and all that lot. And you know, really nice guys. And you know, the one thing they stress about everything is, like, you know, the one thing that is the most important thing is the actual security of your funds. You know, so obviously, you know, they were a bit devastated by all this, but the way they've handled it is just brilliant. It's like, it's really good. You know, and to be honest, I mean, it's quite a lot of money. It's about 40 million, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what you want from a company, isn't it? You know, it's exactly what you want. I tell you what, let's. Oh, hang on.
And it was just to do with one of their staking partners.
Oh, what have I done here? How do I get back on? How do I put it on the line? How do I get? What have I done here?
It's up the top thing. Hang on.
Oh, there we go. Let me put it on the 1 minute. Is that on the 1 minute? Yeah. Okay. Because we do have 3 minutes to go, so let's see what happens. Hold on to your hats, people. Hold on to your hats. World, yeah, we looked a lot at World yesterday. We'll have another look at that today. I'm long Circle, yeah. Wiz bought Circle yesterday, and I was kind of punching the air because I didn't pull the trigger on it. Yeah, it was killed. Yeah, but I believe obviously Swissborg are going to make users whole, and you know, they're probably doing the best to try and track down obviously where that Solana's gone, and if it gets deposited anywhere, whatever, hopefully seize it and get it back. Yeah,
the last thing I heard is that they'd found 5 addresses where they'd tried to send it to, and all the addresses have been blocked now.
Right.
But what they were saying, they said it's been really amazing that you know, that they've basically gone to like every kind of exchange they can think of. And said, look out for money coming from this wallet. And they said, like, quite a lot of the people are like are direct competitors, and like, and they've been, yeah, sure, we want to help, you know, and just people have just been falling over themselves to help Swissborg, which has been really nice. And
well, that's the way it should be, because, you know, it's obviously theft, it's fraud, like, you know, that's the way it should be, shouldn't it? You know,
but one thing that amazed me this morning, I was flicking through, because I've still got that bloody EGLD. I was going to get rid of it the other week. I actually did a video about saying, right, I'm going to get rid of it. I even set an order to sell it, and I was going to buy some WXT, you know, Weeks token instead. And I didn't. I just bottled it, and I didn't do it. And of course, what's happened since then is EGLD's gone down 11%, and WXT's gone up about sort of like 10%. You know.
Yeah, standard.
So,
sorry to interrupt you, mate. We've got 5 seconds.
Right,
we'll carry on with that story straight after this. Let's see what we're going to get. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh. Boom! Oh! Go on then. Go on then. Look at it go. Go on then, Bitcoin.
Right, I assume that was good.
There we go. So let's see, what was it? Let me give this a refresh. Let me go back to the Bitcoin chart while that refreshes. Oh! Go on, Bitcoin. Go on, let's tag 115k. Why not? I'm guessing it was good data. Let's see. It's not loaded it up yet. It's not loaded it through, but that is a great 1 minute candle. Look at that. Woo! Yes, please.
Yeah, Solana's done it as well.
Yeah, I imagine the whole market is following on. Let's see. So we've got ETH at 4366. Yeah, that's great. I just hope it doesn't retrace on open. That is actually, for some reason, it's not actually loading these, but whatever it was obviously positive for Bitcoin and the market, which is good. Let's go and have a look to see. Yeah, look at that. You can't even see it. Bang, there we go. There we go. Go on, Bitcoin. Now, the thing is, obviously, it's something that we covered yesterday was, like I mentioned, 113k and obviously just above. It's kind of like a ticking time bomb for sell orders. You know, at some point, hopefully, we was going to just push through it. Now, the key thing is, obviously, look at, God, bloody hell, ETH got up to nearly 4,400. Is that we retraced most of it already. We want to keep pushing on now. Obviously, look at Solana go. Bloody hell. Mate, you must be in the money here with Solana.
So I just took some profit on my EGLD, on my CRO. Solana, 0.7 sol up. Okay, that's good. 16%, nice.
Yeah. Let's hope it continues now. Let's see if we can have kind of like a continued pump. My ETH trade is up 40%, so that's good. Leaving that open as well. Now let's hope that it doesn't just get sold into on open. We have got strength in the stock market. Let's have a look at that. Look at bloody hell! Look at that on the S&P 500. That's a great pump. So let's hope that it continues into obviously this session today and throughout this afternoon. ETH is doing very, very well. Maybe that's kind of the shake that ETH needs to kind of get its mojo back a bit. And yeah, it's good to see. Now, of course, if we move along to the daily, this is obviously where we want to pay attention to, because let me just go across. Let me redraw this box. I accidentally cleared this off before. So obviously you can see, in and around just below 113k is, been strong SR with support, and then obviously resistance all throughout the past kind of 2 weeks or so. And again, obviously last week, but then the last 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, we've been coming into here, touching 113k or just above. But then crucially, obviously not closing them daily candles very well or above here. Today could be the day. Is today the day? If we recapture 113k for a daily close, that will look good as long as we hold it low time frame then, through on out. And then that could open the door, for the move towards 117 from then on, I think. But yeah, it's crucial, obviously, that today we get a good daily close as well, and, not something like the past couple of days or last week that we've had. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, really, really nice. And I'm guessing the rest of the market is feeling it as well. Yeah, AVAX is obviously something we looked at. Look at AVAX now. So AVAX was one that we've been looking at for a while. And again, that had kind of like an ascending triangle pattern on it, coming up into, strong SR dating back till February. Now it's looking like, obviously, it's really trying to push through there, and it could be quite an explosive move on AVAX there. But yeah, let's go back down to the Bitcoin chart, and we'll carry on. So yeah, go on, mate. Now that we've had all that excitement, do make sure, if you're still around, drop a big like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe. And of course, if you're looking to trade anywhere today, currently on BLOFIN with this Bitcoin long, that link is pinned in the chat and in the description. But we've also got links to BitUnX and Femex in there now as well. Femex, let me just show you. We've recently partnered with them. That has gone live this week. And you can get a VIP trial for a month when you use our link. That's in the description. That's available for the first 50 users. And then there is 3 good deposit bonuses on for depositing, and then obviously putting on a futures trade, all the way up to obviously a $999 trading bonus for depositing just over $10,000, and then getting volume of just over 10,000, which is obviously, piss easy. But yeah, obviously back to you, mate. So go on, carry on. So I think we got up to the point where you were going to sell Elrond and you were going to buy Weeks, and then Elrond went down and Weeks pumped, and then I think that's all we got up to.
Yeah, I was trying to remember why I was saying. Anyway, the point was, because I was doing all that stuff, I was looking at the X-Portal app on my phone, which I haven't really, I only use that to just sort out all that crap,
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and there was like, there was a thing saying like Solana deposits frozen and stuff like that, and I looked into it, and then I looked at the Telegram group to do with X-Portal and all that, and they were saying, oh yeah, there's been a problem with Solana, and I looked into it, and I saw that it's to do with Kiln, and then they actually said it's because of the Swissborg attack. So it seems that like X-Portal, which is like Multiverse X's app, all they do is when you stake Solana with them, they just stick it in Swissborg.
Right. Yeah.
And you're thinking like, what a bunch of scamming bastards, sort of. And that's all they do, and they just give you like a crapper rate than Swissborg, And also, what they've done is like, rather than Swissborg are like, yeah, we're gonna recompensate you, we're gonna give you 50% now and 50% next week or something, They're sort of doing that, and like X-Portal are just going like, yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
So, Jesus Christ, it's like I don't know. Anyway, I've always been a Swissborg fan, but I'm actually more of a Swissborg fan now that they've had this hack, actually, because like they just dealt with it so well, and they all seem fairly cheerful still. I mean, I'm kind of guessing that 40 million probably isn't a ginormous amount of money for them, So
yeah,
so that's kind of promising as well, I suppose. But yeah,
absolutely.
But you're not a fan, are you? You've not done your KYC thing, have you?
Yeah, just the re-asking for it all just kind of rubs me up the wrong way a bit. I get why they have to do it, because obviously it's probably staying in line with legal and stuff like that. But yeah, it's happened a few times now. So yeah, I probably will get round to doing it eventually, because like you say, it is it's a great exchange, it's a great company, and obviously it's a great on-off ramp to have. I just haven't done that. But I mean, yeah, the response is exactly what you want in it.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
It's the exact response that you need as well. But yeah, hopefully they'll be able to get it back as well off whoever has done it. But we'll see.
Well, yeah, because they can't really do much with it, can they? They can, I mean, what do you do with it when, like, you've got excuse the pun, but you've got a hot wallet,
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do? I mean,
yeah, I mean, I suppose maybe the only thing they could do is, I don't know if there is kind of like a mixer on Solana where they could put it through a mixer and maybe kind of then the trail ends or something. I really don't know. But yeah, I suppose it's just one of them, innit? We see this in crypto all the time, don't we? It's obviously one of the larger ones of recent that I can remember or that I've come across. But yeah, I mean, this is crypto. It happens, doesn't it? We've seen it many times, and it definitely won't be the last. But yes, but for obviously anyone that's like an actual company, it's all about how you respond in it, and the response has obviously been very, very comforting and very good for anyone that has had Solana in there.
Cool. Anyway, how was your holiday?
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it was lovely. Nice and relaxing. Had a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
What were you doing every day? Were you
relaxing?
Walking. Okay. Nice.
No, mostly just kind of picked like a little, nearby village / town each day.
Yeah.
Went in there for, lunch.
Yeah.
Had a walk around and stuff. And then that was pretty much it. It wasn't one where it's like, it wasn't extremely active and activity based or anything like that, but it was just a really nice relaxing week, which is the main thing.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to see some friends in St Ives in a couple of weeks. In Cornwall. Yeah. And I don't think I've ever actually been to St Ives in season. I've always gone there in like September or February or something, So I'm quite looking forward to that. I quite like English places when they're out of season a bit, and somewhere different. It's always good to go somewhere different. Anyway, cool, brilliant. So were you not looking at charts or anything, or were you having a sneaky little look on your phone?
I was mainly just looking at Bitcoin, to be honest. I was mainly just keeping up to date with what Bitcoin was doing, and that was it.
Okay.
Mainly, that position that just about survived, but did survive. And then, I think really, like, especially when we come into like a key zone like that, you only really need to look at Bitcoin, don't you? Because obviously it's going to dictate where the rest of the market goes. So, obviously it held 108k very well, which was then, obviously fine for the rest of the market, basically.
Yeah, that was a brilliant entry. So what made you enter at that price? Can you remember?
So obviously the 2024 high comes in quite close to it. So obviously the high of last year, that comes in at like 108,250-ish of that. 108,366-ish. So that's kind of comes in there. But also, if you look on the chart, it's exactly where we got some compression and consolidation before we got that just impulse move up into all-time high. So we
Right.
obviously worked our way up a bit, didn't we? And then we compressed, consolidated, and then bang, there we go. So that creates a really nice block to, look for price to come into, and then obviously demand come in. So yeah, we held strongly there. So for me, it was either hold that 108k region or start looking, towards 100k ish. So that's kind of the idea that I adopted,
Right.
Which worked out. Yeah, it's worked out quite well so far. But yeah, looking for 117k. I think structurally on the chart, you look at it, obviously back up towards that high looks reasonable. Take out all this from on the way down, but then also there's a CME gap there. Yeah. So it does kind of line up pretty well. Whether we get it or not is obviously a different question. We need this strength to continue. Now that we've got kind of that breakout low time frame, we need to see obviously push through now and carry on pushing up. But I think obviously if it does, start to do that and gets a good daily close today, yeah, we could see 117 maybe before the week's out or some point next week.
Okay. Yeah, I've really got into that kind of like really like zooming out on the chart and just looking at all the history you can look at, and then looking at your levels and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've seen Wiz do that quite a lot, and obviously that's what Block Pro does as well. And
Wiz raises a good point there. He says you could wash it through a meme. Yeah, you could very well do that. Yeah, if you've got all this stolen Solana, and you don't know what to do with it, I suppose you could very simply either launch a coin on pump, and then non-correlated and obviously clean wallets and stuff like that, buy it up, or any kind of dead meme, buy that up on a non-connected wallet, and then use the obviously the corrupt wallet to just pump it to Valhalla, and then you cash out the legitimate funds, and then there's obviously that you've kind of cleaned your money in an aspect there, haven't you? Which is obviously a one option for these fiends. Gary, how we doing, mate? He says St. Ives is lovely.
Oh yeah, I've been there a few times, quite a few times.
St. Ives it's just past or just before Newquay, isn't it?
It's past, yeah. It's
past.
It's kind of right at the end, really. I
used to go down to Newquay all the time as a kid, and I really want to go again.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Have you been?
Have I been? What's Newquay? Not for quite a few years actually, but yeah, I should actually. I've got friends over that way. I've got friends who live in like what's it called? What's the Doc Martin place? Port Isaac, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I've got friends who live in Port Isaac, and this actual place we're going to in St. Ives, it's actually one of my wife's best friends, sort of thing, and even though my wife's not here anymore, sort of it's quite nice to keep in touch with her. So I'm basically just gonna go and see her, really. So that's cool.
Yeah, very nice, mate.
It's all good. Yeah, it's like a nice part of the world, anyway. Just looking at Ethereum popping up. That's
yeah. SMFC, how we doing? He's come in. He says, "Sorry, I'm late. You're excused. Don't worry." And Bobby says, "Sounds like you've done coin washing before, lad." No, never. Do you know what? I wish I had as kind of weird and also kind of odd as it sounds. I would love to have my hands on a couple of million or tens of millions of dollars of stolen crypto to have the opportunity to do that. I think it would be, imagine just having that much power where you're like, right, I've got this giant lump of cash here that I just cannot deposit anywhere, and obviously I cannot withdraw to my bank because it's obviously stolen funds. Right, let me just either launch a coin on Pump Fund and buy up the supply of a legitimate wallet, or let's go and find a dead meme and buy up that with a couple of legitimate wallets. And then just obviously you imagine having full control of that, where you've got 40 million and you could literally just sit there all day, just market buying the hell out of it, watching your other wallets that are not connected to it just completely go up and just absolutely go crazy. I mean, really, the smart thing to do in that instance would be to do it maybe across like 10 different ones, because it would probably be dodgy. Like, if you try and pay tax on it, it's like, right, I bought this one right before this dead meme just completely got sent. but I definitely didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I had a weird hunch about it.
Yeah, I had a very weird hunch, and then it just so happened that all that stolen Solana poured into that meme at the instantly afterwards. But I suppose one way would be obviously to maybe launch a pump fund coin or something. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows what they're gonna do with it? We just don't know, do we?
I always thought if I was gonna hack an exchange or something, what I'd do, instead of actually planning on sort of stealing the money and then using it for something, I'd sort of plan out my attack, and then I'd pick the exchange's most vulnerable coin. So like in Swissborg's case, it would have been the Borg token or something. Although it didn't really affect it that much. But say it was like, say you were going to hack Binance, you actually think, okay, this is going to crash BNB. So then you basically do with a totally legitimate massive short on like 100x, and then hack the exchange and then just cash out your short, and then that's your money. It's all legit, isn't it? And and then it'd be like, I have no idea why that crashed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I suppose it's the same for all these kind of all these companies and stuff as well, isn't it? Like, let's look at this one, for example. I don't know if you saw this yesterday, CWD, Caliber, COS or something. Anyway, the stock price, if we look at the stock price, just completely dead. Just been down only for a couple of years. It ended up settling around like $1 to $2. And then out of the blue, obviously, they announced a Chainlink treasury, which then pumps it from, like $2 all the way up to near 50, just instantly on open yesterday. Right. If you kind of knew that was going to happen, it's probably a bit more difficult with stocks, in it, because obviously everything is completely ID verified and everything. Yeah. But look at that. That's another one of just like, why does it do a 20x? Because they've launched a link treasury. Like, quite frankly, who cares? Do you know what I mean? That's my view on it anyway. Like, who cares? But yeah, it did that, and of course, it done the typical bleed down, and it probably will come back down towards $2 to $3 eventually. But yeah, obviously, when you do it in crypto, if you particularly, obviously, maybe not so much now, but when MicroStrategy was just absolutely pouring so much money into Bitcoin and buying billions at a time, you would be tempted, wouldn't you? If you were sat there and you knew, right, okay, I know that my company is going to send Bitcoin a couple of % or whatever, you put a very handsome 100x leverage trade on right before that happens. There would be a bit of temptation there, wouldn't there?
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, there we go. Enough talking about crime anyway.
I tell you what I did last week as well is I was playing around with alerts actually, and on TradingView. The reason being is because I upgraded my TradingView from like essential to premium, because there was an offer on last week and you could get like 70% off. And did you know that with premium you can do watch list alerts? Do you know what I'm on about?
No.
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, go on. Let's see.
Hang on. So
have a little look. See, I will get the poll out now as well for everyone. Okay. I'm sure everyone is so eager for me to get that poll out. So I will.
Just give us a sec. I'll just get
There is no rush.
No, this is very cool actually. I did mention it on my stream last week. Is that me? Oh, it is me.
Are you on? Yeah.
Okay. So I was just going to do it myself, but you did it for me. Okay. Yeah. So you got an asset, right? And we know now that on the 1 hour time frame. Let me put that on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour time frame, this is pretty good when the oscillator goes from like red to light red, or pink as I call it. Okay. So that'd be really good if you could get an alert that tells you when that goes light red. Oh, that's okay, but like that's just looking at Bitcoin. So how about if you were looking at every, I don't know, like every exchange token or something like that? How cool would that be, right? So what you can do is when you set your alert, so you go Stonksy oscillator, right? And then you go in from, so you're looking for oscillator going light red, okay?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now there, you're just looking at the Bitcoin USDT pair. But what you can do, right, is set that to your watch list, and that will actually look at every asset you've got on your watch list, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get what I'm saying. I mean, you can actually, if you don't know what you want to trade that day, you can actually look at everything on your watch list. And what's even better, right, is if you go to let's get this right. Hang on. I want to get to that screen, I think. Just give us a second. I just make sure I get to the right page. I'll just nip to a different tab for a moment, and then I'll bring it up.
Yeah, it's no rush, mate.
Yeah, no, I've basically just been playing with right. Okay, so I've been playing around with TradingView a bit more, actually. Just and I've realised it's actually, it's not just something for charts. It's actually really, really useful for lots of things. Anyway, so looking at screeners, right? So you can use this to create whatever watch list you fancy. So say we're going to look at crypto, right? Sorry, I looked at the wrong thing there. Hang on. That was the heat map, not the right. So you've got like stocks, ETFs, bonds, crypto coins, blah blah blah. So I'm going to have a look at crypto, right? So you've got like all the crypto stuff there. If say you just wanted to look at a certain kind of crypto, for example, you wanted to look at exchange tokens like that. Oops, yeah, exchange tokens. What you can do is look at all these, and you've got BNB and all this stuff. I'm not sure why some of they're like XLM. I wouldn't have called that an exchange token, but anyway, but the point is you can get all these. You can do a Control A there, right? Then you can do a right click, and then you can do create new list, and then you can call that exchange tokens, right? Right, so that's what I'm looking at over there, right? So when you come to create your alert, and will that let me do it? So I need to. Sorry, I've been showing the wrong screen, haven't I? Or was I?
No, you're on.
I know I was on the right one.
You're on the right one, yeah.
Okay, right, okay. So I'm going to go back to the other one now. Right. So obviously I'm looking at that one called watch list there. But if I go to the one called exchange tokens, right, and then when you set your alert, you can set that for just exchange tokens, right? So then you're looking at all the pairs in that watch list, and then you can look. And then you can look. Well, you can look for whatever you want. I was looking for the oscillator changing there, but as well, you could look for something like, Stonksy background going from, generic background change. Yeah. And obviously, if you do that, you're going to get like millions of alerts. But I mean, what you can do is just, play with the time intervals and just look for something that's quite rare, and then set an alert for that. And
that's so good.
Isn't it? It's like.
Let me just check. I don't think I have that, because I mustn't be on the that type of plan.
If you got premium, you've got it.
I do. I have one of the paid ones, but
so all I had was the first one.
Yeah, I think I'm just on the first one, so I don't think I've got it.
Okay.
I think I'm just on like the first paid plan, that they offer.
Yeah, the essential, I think they call it.
Yeah. That's fantastic. That though, I had no idea about that.
I know, it's really good, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
I love as well how you can. I mean, you can probably do this on yours. You can just make up whatever watch list you want. So you could filter things by whatever market cap they got.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, but I found that really, really, really useful, especially for finding things that give some kind of fairly rare alert. But then you're looking over like 200 cryptos, and then you think, oh, okay, never thought of trading that one. And doing that, I ended up trading Casper last week, and I've never ever had any interest at all in Casper, So
Yeah.
So I did that, and I made a load of money, because it was doing that thing on Stonksy where it's right down on the red on the oscillator on the 1 hour, and it kind of lifted off and went pink, So I longed it. And and I made like about 80% or something, in one trade in like a few hours, and it's brilliant. And that is like super powerful. So alerts combined with watch lists, and so I was doing quite a bit of that last week, and it was one of the things I was blabbering on about when I was doing the stream.
That's so good. I think everyone wants you to make a video on that now.
Well, I can do if you like. Yeah, I'll tell you another thing I did as well. I did a thing with SMFC where we were setting up the bot on BLOFIN. Although I must admit I got a bit bored with it, and it basically did one trade where it made a tiny loss, and it did another trade where it made a much bigger gain. And then I just thought, okay, this is just like, I don't know, I just not hands-on enough for me. I kind of like to get my hands dirty and trade manually, really. So, but that was good as well. So what I was going to do with that as well is make that into a video as well, like me and SMFC setting up the bot. The only thing is the bit where I actually created because you don't create a bot, do you? You actually create a copy trading account.
Yeah.
So the bit where I created the copy trading account, it went into a trade straight away. Is it supposed to do that or not? It's not, is it? It's supposed to wait to the next entry, isn't it? I think
so. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless it was like weird timing or something, and I'll have to watch the video again. But but that's definitely what it did. I went straight into a trade.
Yeah. I know. One of the users though, I'll read out to you what he's actually done. So he must be quite savvy, with kind of coding and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what he sent me. So he just messaged me just saying, I've got like some feedback for you and stuff. So he says, I built my own setup with Stonksy, and so SMFC will probably be interested in hearing this as well. He says, I built my own setup with Stonksy and Femex, and now I'm trading. But now my trading is fully on autopilot. With Stonksy trading view alerts triggering everything, my app handles entries, stop losses, and take profits automatically. No babysitting, no second guessing. Just consistent execution. I started small and I'm already seeing approximately 10% month-over-month growth, all hands-free.
Brilliant.
So that's pretty interesting.
Wow. What's his name, that fella?
Shaman.
Okay. And he's in the Discord, is he?
Yeah, but I think he's mostly active in the CSE one.
Okay. Nice. I mean, yeah, you can do that. Did you say he was using BLOFIN?
Femex. He was using for that.
Okay.
So yeah, Femex must have maybe a bit more customizable thing where that you can maybe do your own thing. I don't know exactly what he's done or how he's done it or whatever, but yeah, he's done something quite good by the sounds of it. See you later. Thank you for joining Coding. Sean, what's up, man? How we doing? Coding says hopefully you make a video on this.
Yeah, I can do that.
You click the option to enter trade straight away. Right. Yeah.
What was it?
SMFC thinks that you click the option to enter a trade straight away. When you've done the setup thing.
Oh, I didn't realize there was one. Okay, I'll have a look at the video and I'll Yeah, that's it. That's the only reason I haven't done it yet, because I wasn't quite sure why that happened.
Yeah, Bitcoin is climbing. It's going well.
I know. I'm just wondering why the hell didn't I buy some weeks the other week rather than keeping on hold of my EGLD?
I think EGLD is kind of just like a curse now, isn't it?
I think it's the sentiment is so bad about it. I mean, there's quite a few people on X who are just continuously shit posting about it. You know,
I think yeah, because I think a lot of people probably now. I mean, I don't follow anything to do with it anymore or anything, but I think probably a lot of people probably now are just so pissed because it's not even about whether it's a good tech or good blockchain or anything, is it? It's the fact that the price is just in the shitter.
I mean, you know, that's what it's done since.
I mean, really, what you want is kind of if it can get any sort of run up like it had at the back end of last year. You know, if it can even pump to, but the thing is, you know, even if it pumps to $30-$40, that's only like a 2.5x in it. You could probably look in the market for something that would do the same.
Yeah, I mean,
during, you know, at some point.
I mean, if you look at that with the Bitcoin chart, it's just like it's just dead, isn't it? You know, it's like
yeah, Sean, we watched it live. It came out half an hour ago, mate. It came out at 1:30. We watched it live. We watched the release live. Got that massive, great, nice Bitcoin pump that we had. Yeah, we watched it live. And yeah, it's Bitcoin's now kind of dipped a bit, and then it's carrying on upwards, which is good. So let's see. This is really now where, and we'll go through this a bit, leading into US Open. Is obviously now, if you look at the chart, this is the point, obviously, where if it carries on going up, any shorts that are open start to get liquidated or stopped, or really start to get squoze. So it should be a fun old time as long as the US doesn't come in and just shit all over it.
Look, this was a good one here, right? So here, hang on, let me just make that bigger. Bloody hell. So this is the bit we were talking about with SMFC. We were saying, like, you know, look at the asset on the 1 hour with Stonksy, with the Stonksy oscillator, right? And look for when it gets stuck down here on the red, on the -1, and when it goes pink. So this was the alert I could have set that I was talking about, yeah. So if you'd done that, you'd have gone long there at 110.009, which is not quite as good as yours, but not bad. And then we're now $3,000 up from there. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a really nice Stonksy technique, that one. I like that. And obviously as well, looking for the green background. So, you know, by that time, you know, you'd be into the green there, going up. Then it went red, but the price still went up, so you'd have hung on to it anyway, wouldn't you? And then we've been in the green ever since. So yeah, so I think using this kind of oscillator as an entry is really, really good, actually. Let me just have a look at Ethereum.
Mm-hmm. What I'm going to do is, before we get US Open, I am sorry, only been on. Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, we watched it live, and same time tomorrow as well, 1:30, obviously UK time tomorrow. We do have CPI data as well, which obviously inflation. So I'll be watching that live on stream too, which should be fun. So do make sure you join for that. But yeah, before we get US Open, I'm just going to run to the toilet and grab another drink. I don't know if you want to do the same or if you want to stay on.
No,
that's fine. Yeah, I'll just run to the toilet, grab a drink, and then we'll obviously be on for then, and we'll do more watching because finally we've had some movement. Feels good.
Okay, all right. But I have no idea why he wanted me to follow him into the toilet, but anyway. Ethereum.
I wanted you to hold it for me, mate.
I thought you'd gone. Anyway, actually, my gas man's gone, so obviously my boiler's all right. Anyway, so yeah, the same again here. You know, if we look at this one, this is Ethereum. So you're looking for this oscillator stuck down here on the -1, and then up it went. You see, so that would have been something to enter there. Admittedly, we did keep coming back to this price, but it went up several times. In fact, you could have probably longed that a few times, couldn't you? Anyway, that's quite beautiful. That is. Let me just have a look at my Ethereum trade. I'm not going to show you guys it at the moment, but it's nice. 3.5% up. That's not brilliant, but it's okay. All right, nice. Anyway, so that's Ethereum. What else have I got? And I know TMG has been long in pump fun. That's just been going amazing, hasn't it? Oh dear. And these ones, I keep thinking like, I should really have a look and trade that as well. But once it's gone, you think, oh, okay, I've definitely missed it. But I've been thinking that for days now, and it just keeps going up. Borg, Swiss Borg. Look, this is what it did. It's like that was the hack there on Monday. So the price came down. That wasn't even that far, was it? I suppose. Let me turn the magnet off. I suppose technically it was 13%, which is probably quite a lot, isn't it? But even that, zooming out, it's nothing. It's no severe price action. You wouldn't look at that and say, oh yeah, that's when the exchange was hacked. And it's back to very healthy levels. That's amazing. What else have we got? So I will check the chat in a moment. So obviously I'm interested in CRO because I think it's going to rip at one point. I just don't know when. And this is one where I've been looking at the oscillator as well. Now this would have been hard to catch, but if you'd have taken that when it went pink there, so that was at like midday on Tuesday, right? So when was that big candle? That was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday. So you could have actually, I didn't unfortunately, but you could have actually just thought, okay, well that's going to be a good for a long then, and boom, up it went. Unfortunately, it came down just as quick. But imagine catching that would have been amazing, wouldn't it? And now you see we've gone from the light pink into green as well. It's just looking good to me. It's looking like it could go up a lot. And although the recent high is up there at like 38 cents, it has been as high as $1 or so. So that's what I'm looking for. And I'm actually looking for like $2 with that. Let me just check the chat. Don't know where Dave's gone. He's probably gone large, hasn't he? Yeah, definitely I can make a video about that. I as I say, Dean, I'm going to have a look at the video again and see exactly what I did. I definitely did something. Oh right, something you can turn on and off. Okay, I didn't realize that. In which case that means I can definitely make the video and I'll say I did this, but you don't have to. So that's cool. PPI data, yeah, well, that was good. Sean, okay. That's the link for BLOFIN. Do use that. What time is open? Open is in 20 minutes at 2:30 UK time, 1:30 UTC, which I believe is it 8:30 or 9:30 in New York? I'm not sure. Sean saying wouldn't feel like a US Open without Dave's pre-market opens done. I know, but didn't he? I can't remember what it did yesterday. Didn't it pump yesterday? I can't remember. It was something like that, wasn't it? You still there, Dave? No, he's not. Anyway, so I haven't voted in the poll yet. I should do that, shouldn't I? Let me get the. Let me get my phone up and see what I can do. So I'm going to get the stream up. Right, so Which way do I vote? I don't know, really, 'cause it's gone up already, hasn't it? What do we reckon? Sorry, I could hear myself there.
Right. Oh, yes.
Oh, was that a good one? So I'm just deciding which way to vote for the US Open.
Oh, yes. Well, I've just put in my chicken for tea.
Oh, okay. Right. Is it? Yeah, that's not a euphemism for something, is it?
No, I've actually just put the chicken in the oven. I'm going to make a big mess of the oven.
All right. Okay, right. I'm going to vote down, actually, because we've just gone up. That's the only reason.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we just pumped quite a bit, didn't we? So, so what are you having with your chicken? You having like roast potatoes and stuff like that?
No, I think I'm just going to have like chicken toasties and like dip them in gravy. Like a nice simple tea.
Oh, okay. Chicken toasties. Sounds a bit northern.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So I can have a bit of a zoom out on Bitcoin, see what's going on. Yeah, it's hard to think though that the all-time high was, when was it? It was August the 11th. Oh, so it's about a month ago. Yeah, I believe at the moment there's a new moon that's like it's a harvest moon or a blood moon or something, and I believe those ones are statistically not very good for the price of everything. So according to the moon, we should be dumping at the moment, but we're not. So obviously,
I think them things kind of can be a trap as well, can't they? Really,
they can.
Like everyone sees, oh no, it's a blood moon, it's going to go down, and then like obviously maybe that is right. You know, maybe it just happens so that it is right, but then at one point it will just like liquidate everyone trying to short it.
Well, the thing about anything like that is you can look at the statistics, and if it says that 68% of the time it does this, well, yeah, fine. That means 38% of the time it doesn't. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then people get surprised when it doesn't happen what's supposed to happen. That's what statistics are all about.
Yeah. Space Cat thinks I'm doing another kind of dump. Hope you washed your hands. No, I got them all nice and chickeny, and recreated the scene from American Pie, but with a chicken instead. I've skimmed a bit of profit on my trades. Scotch is, I think MYX will drop hard or not. Being on some run, I want to show that. I mean, what I would say is at some point, yeah, but when is another question in it. I think at some point it will obviously come back down because that thing is just ridiculous, isn't it? It's just absolutely ridiculous, the run that's been on. Just this week, never mind, obviously the first bit, it did like a 20-30x, didn't it? And then kind of consolidated and then has gone on to do like, another 10-15x, whatever it's done. So I don't know what it is up overall, but I imagine it's probably about 100x. At some point it will come back down, but I mean, the more people short it, potentially it adds fuel to the fire, doesn't it? I don't know. I try to stay away from things like that unless I'm just playing with, obviously just little money I'm not really bothered about losing. Definitely need a video on the TradingView utilities save, please, says Delta. But not for you, Delta. Piss off. Piss off, Delta.
That'd be horrible.
I'm gonna get him. Delta's gonna get it. He's gonna get it like I gave it the chicken. I tell you what, Bitcoin is really creeping up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also a little bit concerned because I do think that this kind of has the potential feel of US Open comes and they just shit all over it. Do you know what I mean?
I know. I'm wondering what to do with my Solana one.
I don't know whether to just collab 400 USDT, 146% in profit. I have moved my take profit down actually to 500. So I'm like, for an extra $100, is it worth potentially risking it all? I think I'm just going to close it and just take that 400 and just be happy with it. And then, yeah, closed. Oh, no, wait. Oh, it's doing that thing.
What thing?
Oh, no, wait. I think it's placed a limit. That's what it was. I think it placed a limit. There we go, close. So I did end up, after fees, with $385 on that trade, which was quite nice, really. Let me see what my ETH one is, because I might close that as well now.
Yeah, you see the Solana ones. Yeah, we got the this is the other thing I like as well, is 6 minute time frame with the confirmation. That's all looking quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, closed my ETH one as well. My ETH one came to 44%.
Oh right, it's closed, is it?
Yeah, closed it. I'm just gonna close them. Between them two, it's been quite a good feat.
Nice.
And the thing is, the Bitcoin one, you know, like I said, I moved it down anyway. So $400 in profit. I was looking for 500. Is it worth risking it for, you know, that extra little bit? I don't know. Especially obviously with CPI coming in tomorrow, just lock in the profits and then see what we've got this week. So yeah.
So with my Solana one, right? I'm hang on, let's get the right chart up. So I'm actually doing this on what am I doing it on? BLOFIN. BLOFIN. So I'm doing right. So I'm doing, yeah. So if you're trying to find the right chart, if you're doing the inverse perpetual, that's the one you want, isn't it? No, it's not. It's this one, isn't it? Sol USD.P. So it's not the USDT one. It's that one. Right. So that's what I'm trading. Now the problem I got here is that is right at the top of that inner channel, isn't it? So is it just going to keep bashing its way up or not? So I'm currently about 20% in profit, and I've still got half the capital to play with. My entry is hang on, 219.46. I mean, it's not brilliant. So probably look rubbish on here. 219.46. Right, so my entry's there. So I'm just wondering what it might do on open. You see, if it pulls back, I might just add in the other half and then hope it goes back up again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm to be fair, I could see it carrying on. I'm kind of happy with where it's at. Going into obviously tomorrow as well. I don't know. If we get a dip, I would long Bitcoin again, 100%.
I mean, Block Pro had some levels for this actually. Let's put those in. Let's do some orange ones for Block Pro. That's not orange. That's orange. So he had. I don't know Block Pro. Block Pro is the Dutch trader guy we've got over in Crypto Saving Expert, by the way. He does like private AMAs every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and they're brilliant. He did one last night, and it just blew me away completely. It was like I actually learned more about charting than I've ever learned in my life last night. What did I do there? Oh, 233, and then right. So these are the levels he was talking about, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Going up to 250.
Yeah, 250 was one of the levels that I have been looking at as well.
Okay. So I think here, right. So what I want to do. So I'm not actually going to show my trade, but I've basically. So I'm like long from this level here, but I might want to add a little bit more into the trade. So I think what I'd probably do is I'd look at that on something like a really small time frame on Stonksy, and I'd look for, like, say, the 3 minute, look for one of these like red backgrounds and see if we get a bit of a pullback, you know. Alternatively, what I'd do is I'll be looking at a pullback to the bottom of that inner channel there. So I might actually set an order around 220 as well. I'm not sure if it's going to go back that far though. I know what you mean. It's looking quite bullish overall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have made the mistake of thingoing it, but you just never know, do you? I mean, US Open love to dump it, don't they? But also, you know, the last time we got PPI, we dumped and then we dumped and we dumped. Where maybe it might be a case of now we pump and then we kind of consolidate and then pump and then pump. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, how's the poll looking?
I'll check now.
Scotty Charisma, bonjour, mon ami. I'm still long Solana 190. Oh, well done, Scotty. Yeah, well done, brilliant. Bobby, sorry, I didn't realize I was just taking over your job there. Sorry about that.
No, go on, continue, because I was just sending a message to Dean. Yeah, go on, you continue. Let me see what the poll's on. So the poll is on 90. What bloody hell? 91% think up. So I've closed that now.
Okay, so just me down then. So Bobby saying my Pepe position finally back to break even. Can't wait to get out of it. Oh god, that's almost better than winning, isn't it? Actually getting out of a crappy position, you know. Save has got that sort of DJ for a smooth jazz radio station kind of voice.
You have, mate. How much have I always said I love your voice?
Nice.
Oh, here comes the dump. Here comes the dump.
Oh, okay, hang on. What are you looking at?
No, I was just looking at that candle there on Sol.
Okay. Okay. But to where? Where's it going to go to?
It might not go anywhere. It might go higher.
We see. The thing is that inner channel's creeping up. Oh god, I'm so tempted just to stick a bit more cash into my trade.
Compose yourself. Have a breather. Let's get back in tune with what's happened in the market. You know, kind of compose yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save. I remember when I was a kid. Story time. One of my best friends as a kid, his dad used to like basically do all the the kids parties for like everyone basically in the class, because he was like a part-time DJ, and he was one of them typical ones. If you cast your mind back, everyone, to like the mid 2000s ish, which maybe is, obviously you can kind of tell how old I am if I was in primary school in the mid 2000s. But you know one of them, like, if you cast your mind back, one of them typical like dad part-time DJ guys was like, everyone to the dance floor. Just one of them.
I thought you could actually tell me a story and do like funny.
No, I was just gonna do that, and I always remember like if you remember like mid 2000s music, like you had Robbie Williams, Angels. Who's the one who did Wise Man or Wise Men? What was he called now? James Blunt. He did Wise Men, didn't he? That's a great song, that, by the way. That great mid 2000s music. I love that, mate. Nothing. But I honestly, if I could live in a period of time, it would be the mid 2000s. I think. Just constantly.
Yeah. I was living in France then. Yeah. It was.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you'd love that, wouldn't you?
It was. Actually, I must admit, because I was in France for 20 years, and I think the first sort of 7 or 8 years were like just the best. It was brilliant. It was like. It's really good. It was like, don't know, absolute party all the time. It was brilliant. It was mad. It was like, I think in those days it was still quite cheap to go skiing, and we'd have like, and cause I lived in a ski resort, and like during the winter you'd have like quite big groups of like people from like England and places that would come over, and they just come there to have a right good party, And then towards the end of my years there, it was like it got so expensive to go skiing that you only really got like sort of wealthy businessmen coming out skiing, and they just sit around the bar talking bollocks,
Yeah.
We went down a red piece today, and it all changed really, because like when I was there, when I was there initially, it was like it was all like loads of like snowboarder dudes having a great party, and it was it was great, really good times actually. I loved it. I had no reason to ever leave the valley. It was just.
Yeah. I think nostalgia is the best, but also the most painful type of feeling, isn't it?
It is.
I think it's such a good feeling to think back to them, but it also is such like a kind of crippling, really kind of painful, if I'm being honest, like feeling as well. It's really strange, nostalgia.
Yeah. I kind of had. I was aware actually at one point. I thought I've actually got the best job in the world actually, because I used to have like my bass guitar amp or like already set up, and I used to do like 6 gigs a week in the same bar, and so I just turn up and I'd like tune up my bass, plug it in, play for a couple of hours, drink free beer, and then go home. I thought this is just the best job in the world. It was great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of that, my mum went to like a do on the weekend or something. I can't remember what she said it was, and there was a singer on, and I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention that much, but I can't remember if she said he's like a well-known singer or if he's just like locally or something. I can't remember what it was. Do you know how much he got paid for 2 hours at this do?
What sort
2
of
hours?
What sort of venue was it?
I can't remember. That's what I mean. I wasn't really paying attention, but I was just flabbergasted by how much this guy had been paid for 2 hours work.
If it was something like a pub, it'd be about 300 quid.
£1,000.
Okay, that's a lot.
£1,000 for 2 hours.
How the hell could you afford that?
No idea. That's what I mean. I can't remember what type of venue or event it was, but I was just like, wow. Like literally, you just have to work for 2 hours a week and that's it, innit? And you live a very, very comfortable life. Scotty says Dave is more kind of hospital radio for the mentally insane. Thank you very much. Yeah, maybe I got a face for radio. Who knows as well.
Yeah.
SMFC says, is this the way to Amarillo? Oh, classic. Absolute classic. Also, Dean, I've dropped you a message on Slack if you could take a look. Bitcoin FM with Dave Stong coming in your ears. Oh, yeah, get it on GTA 6. Get it on GTA 6. The radio of choice. This is Bitcoin FM with Dave from Stonksy, and I'm going to come all in your ears. Of course, like verbally, just through the, obviously sound waves.
Have you got your bell poised? Because I didn't have one last week, and I was using like a biro and a pint glass.
Oh, I've always got it ready.
Not yet. Oh yeah, no, gone.
There we go. And you were saying not yet. What do you mean not yet?
Well, no, I looked at the clock and it said 14:29, and all of a sudden it said whatever,
All the excuses under the sun.
Yeah, I was using like a biro and a pint glass. It was more like this. Not bad though, is it?
That's good, to be fair. That's all right. I'd rate it. I rate it.
We should have a bell off at some point.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, see who's got the best bell. Let the viewers vote. You viewers can vote between me and Save who's got the best bell. Where is this MYX? I want to see what it's doing now.
All right.
Where is it? I've lost it. I seem to have lost it. MYX.
Do you want me to have a look?
Go on, point your bell in there. Let's see. There it is. There it is. I found it. I'm actually thinking that maybe potentially looks kind of distributy a bit. I don't know. I might just have might have a pop at it.
Oh, this is the one that went nuts, isn't it?
Yeah. The thing is like you'd have to go really low leverage because you are quite literally going to get your brains blown out. I mean, you could go 3x to be fair, and give yourself some room.
Yeah, someone was talking about this kind of thing with Block Pro the other night, and he was saying he was just saying don't try and short this shit because I've seen these things go up like another 15,000%, and
yeah,
and it could do that, couldn't it? You just don't know, do you?
Yeah, I think that maybe the gambling in me wants wants to get some fulfillment. Yeah, you just don't know.
What you mean though?
Yeah, 3 hours work just chatting. Yeah. Nostalgia isn't what it was, says Gary. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I mean, yeah, the thing is, it's got a potential long way down. Something like this may never go back to where it started, though. You just don't know, do you? I mean, I was astonished when it made that first move. I couldn't believe it. And then now it's at $17 is like pretty unbelievable. The thing is, when the plug gets pulled on this, it will get pulled hard, won't it?
Sorry, I've gone back to Solana. Sorry.
It might not just be even worth. No, go on. Let's view Solana. Let's view Bitcoin, all the other good ones.
Well, no, I was just wondering if that had. It's come back a bit, hasn't it? Not many. So I've got Mag 7 here. Google's been having a good.
Yeah,
good
Google's
run,
been kind of getting its run on it.
Yeah. Is that Nvidia?
It's gapped up quite nicely today.
3.27%. That's not bad, is it?
That is very nice. Oh, Amazon's taking a big dump.
Amazon's dead.
I'm gonna start buying one that Wiz told me about yesterday for shorting them. It's like a 3x short ETF on the Mag 7. I'm gonna start buying that, I think, because I think a lot of them are looking a bit over. Like they're starting to get to that point where everything's a bit overcooked, isn't it?
The Apple 17, the iPhone 17 was a success then.
Surprise! It looks the same as the last 10.
I quite fancy the big one actually because you can get it in orange.
Yeah, I do think something like that though I mean, it might not be that beneficial in terms of a business perspective, but you do look at that, don't you? And it's like it could do with like just a year break, couldn't it? Like like they release a new one every single year. Like it could do with just like a year break and then come back like kind of with like a bit of a revamped design, or at least then you've got an extra year of development and stuff like that. Honestly, I think I've had mine for nearly 4 years now, and still now I'm kind of like, what's the point? What is the point in upgrading? I'm not someone who uses like all these like mad techie features and stuff. You know what I mean? Like if I take a picture of something, I'm not like, oh, I can get 15,000% zoom on this, or oh, I can go ultra wide or something. Like I'm just like pull my phone out, take a picture, and that's it. Literally, I just don't use mine.
Which one is it?
I think it's like the 13. I think.
Okay, so
I've had it for 4 years.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I haven't had an iPhone for. Well, I had one about 10 years ago, and then and it was only like two years ago I got a 15, and the only reason I did that is because they finally put a USB-C socket on it.
Yeah.
I didn't want one before because it had the lightning thing, and I thought like I'm just going to forget to take that lead with me if I go away, Whereas if I go somewhere, I've always got my MacBook with me, so I've always got like a USB-C charger. So yeah. I didn't want to take any more chargers with me. So, if I've got my laptop, I've definitely got something to charge my phone with. So that was the deal breaker for me with the 15. Is it's got a USB-C socket. So and to be honest, you want that. You want them to sort of do everything you do, and you want good battery life. That's about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, to be fair, like Dean says, they did do the iPhone Air, which, I suppose it does look pretty cool and stuff. But the thing that got me about that is I've had a couple of iPad Airs, and I think the iPad Airs are great, and they're a really good option. Obviously, if you don't want the iPad Pro or whatever it's called. But the notable difference between them two is there is a bit of a chunk of a gap, in look at CoreWeave, bloody hell. There is a bit of a chunk of a gap between pricing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the starting price for both of them, the difference is $100, which is kind of just like meh in it. Like, I think, unless I'm wrong, let me know. But I think the iPhone Air was like $999, and then obviously the normal one, 17, was like $1099. It's kind of like for $100, you know what I mean? Like, where I think when I bought my iPad Air, the gap in them was a good couple of £100, so it was like an obvious saving, to get that. But yeah, there we go. Bobby says I got a Pixel 6a. We'll just keep it until it breaks. It's fine. Yeah, I'm guessing that's a bit of an older one then, like me. Yeah. Send your money now. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that'd be great. And then at least we can get from under each other's feet on that account then. That'll be great. New iPods translate language in real time. Yeah, that is a pretty cool feature as well, to be fair. That is a pretty cool feature. But again, for me, like, unless you're someone who travels a lot all the time and maybe you go on, many city breaks and stuff like that. I'll be honest, for me, that would just be completely pointless. I would use that as many times as I would using my AirPods to wipe my ass. Zero. I just wouldn't use it at all. But if you are someone, obviously, that goes a lot traveling and, obviously you like to maybe like delve into the language and, stuff like that, then yeah, it's obviously a great feature. That is pretty cool, to be fair. That is cool. But again, for me personally, I just wouldn't use it. But to many people, they probably would.
Oh, God, I've got shit all over my iPod.
Ah, God damn it. We could use them to understand you, though. That's true, yeah. That's true. Oh, Space Cat is on an iPhone 11. Now, that beats me. That beats me. I'll have a look at exactly what mine is now. Get the Bitcoin chart back up, mate. Let's see what it's doing.
I was looking at bloody Iron. I know that's one that Wiz was on about.
I just need to go and claim my Dream Cash points.
Your what?
My Dream Cash. Have you not signed up to the Dream Cash app?
What's that?
So they're doing. It's going to be an airdrop.
Okay. No.
I'll send you it.
Okay.
I'll send you it on Telegram.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's meant to be a good airdrop coming, and it's on Hype. It's on Hyperliquid, so I've got high hopes for it that it might be generous. But
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
We'll see. Let me see about. So mine is the 13 Pro Max. So yeah, when I got mine, I did go for the big one. Yeah, 13 Pro Max mine is. So yeah, it still does me. And to be honest, obviously most of the time, through the weekend I'm at home. So the battery is kind of probably on its way to being a bit knackered. But if I go on a full day out, it will last me as long as I'm cautious with it. If I'm bloody watching a video for 3 hours, then obviously it's going to die. But if I'm cautious with it, then it's fine.
Nice.
And Bitcoin, it's pushing back up. Maybe it's going to teach me a lesson. This for closing my trade.
I know. I totally missed that pullback on Solana for me adding in.
Oh well. Too much EMF around your head, not good. Yeah, to be fair, I only use AirPods. I do have a pair of AirPods. I can't remember what ones they are, but I only use them probably like 3 times a week, maybe max like 3 hours a week. Bye, Bobby. Thanks for joining, mate. Back from my meeting, have you seen the protest in France? No, but I have seen a bit of reporting on France's situation. It looks, I think they've been through 4 prime ministers in a year, haven't they? So it looks a bit shady. Now I don't know if you might know this, mate, because you lived in France. Why does France have prime ministers and a president?
It doesn't have prime ministers.
It does. Or maybe is the Prime Minister maybe a different meaning to us? Obviously, Macron's like the president, isn't he, and what have you. But like, what's the difference? Because there is like all this thing over the Prime Minister's resigning, isn't there? But like, what's the difference? What does the Prime Minister do that Macron just couldn't do himself? I don't know. You know what this means? It's time for grok. Get your lady friend out, mate.
Yeah, okay.
Scotty's long on adder from 8008. What do you reckon, lads? I'll have a look while Save fiddles with grok.
So I have to make sure I get the right one up.
Where is it? Adder. Oh, so you're up 10%, which is very nice. Nice gain. Yeah, I think it looks. I think let me go. Maybe we need to visit the 1 day chart for this. Yeah, I mean, for me, this grey box was always key SR, and maybe you can move this around. Maybe you'll have it a bit lower or whatever. But yeah, this was always key SR. Now it did come down, obviously, and we retested this, obviously over the past 2 weeks or so, and it's moving up. So I think it's good. Yeah, obviously this. Yeah, I mean, you look back across, and this is key SR. It held exactly where it needed to. So I think probably the first port of call will obviously be up, anywhere in this kind of supply region that we had, on the daily. So back towards that kind of 95, 96 cents, maybe towards $1. As long as conditions, and this is going to be the thing with obviously everything is like, as long as conditions remain good. So as long as basically Bitcoin carries on behaving, and it looks like I closed my long, maybe a bit too premature, but there we go. As long as conditions remain good and Bitcoin behaves, and obviously, we get a push on ETH and altcoins, then that's all right. So yeah, basically, I think it looks good towards 95 cents as a first stop. As long as Bitcoin remains on good ground. 10x2, nice. So obviously you're up 10%, which means that'll be 100% P&L so far, which is very, very good. Nicely done, mate. Hope there's many more to come for you.
All right, let's try the old grok thing. Hello, could you tell me who the Prime Minister of France is?
Sébastien Lecornu just took over as Prime Minister yesterday. French President Emmanuel Macron appointed him after Francois Bayrou got ousted in a no-confidence vote. He's 39, was the defense minister before, and now he's got to wrangle a budget through that messy parliament. Pretty young for the job, right?
Now, ask her, what is the difference between the French president and the Prime Minister? I just don't get it.
What is the difference between a Prime Minister and a President in France?
In France, the president is head of state, like the big boss with executive power, sets foreign policy, can dissolve parliament, and picks the prime minister. But the prime minister runs day-to-day government, leads parliament, and handles domestic stuff like the budget. It's a semi-presidential system, so the president has more clout, but if the PM's party doesn't control parliament, things get tricky, like with the recent no-confidence vote you mentioned. The PM answers to both the president and lawmakers, so it's a tightrope. Clearer now, Safe?
Yeah, thank you.
That it's a very strange setup, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
it not just make more sense to have no prime minister and just have the president run the show. Seems a lot less messy. Bitcoin is continuing to push up, which is very, very nice. Ethereum now is pushing on the cusp of 4,400. I probably should have maybe held my nerve a bit longer and held my trades, but there we go.
Yeah, it's never a bad thing to.
No, it's never a bad thing to take profits off the table. That's for sure.
Still hurts though.
Yeah, unless it dumps down. Do you ever find that when you get a really good trade, obviously, so for instance in this aspect, really bullish, price is going up, you're really bullish, and then you close it and you're like, right, wouldn't mind if this just completely tumbled down now and just got really nasty to the downside.
Well, sometimes you want it to do that so you can do it all over again, though, don't you? You know.
Yeah. Ain't there some news today? Yeah, we had PPI data at 1:30. It came in positive, which obviously led to this very nice Bitcoin move up that we've had. And obviously, yeah, corresponding with pumps on altcoins across the market. Very, very nice. It's a very nice day for the market, especially some in particular, like AVAX finally breaking out. Ondo's having a good day. MNT, which I believe is Binance's coin, isn't it? That's having a good go of it. Anything else? Obviously, we've got these big ones like SLF and Bacon stuff that are just up silly numbers today. But yeah, overall, doing great. Pump up 18%. I'm keeping an eye on that, and that is going to be on my shortlist if it gets the Wormhole doing well. We looked at this yesterday, and it's up another 11% today, so that's pushing up quite nice. Yeah, overall.
What is that strange accent you keep doing?
Which one?
Well, you keep going quite nice like that.
Don't know what you mean.
You keep doing a weird accent. I've noticed you doing it.
Do I?
Yeah. You keep going, that's quite nice. It sounds like Dick Van Dyke trying to be a Cockney.
Oh, I don't know what you mean. Oh, look at ETH. It's up. Oh, it's sending. Oh, sure. I should have left it open. Oh, I should have left it open. Oh well. There we go. Let's see how high it goes now. I will actually be quite interested to open a short on Bitcoin around 117k once that CME gap closes, if it gets there.
Oh, I forgot all about that actually.
Yeah, 170. That was mainly like what I was targeting as well before I became a little shitbag and closed it then. It's a good job really we don't get punished on YouTube for swearing in it. We're not one of them huge channels where you get demonetized and stuff. Ada wants to break. I think a lot of things looking like they want to break out, to be honest, mate. Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin at the moment is obviously just squeezing shorts. Really giving them shorts a good old squeeze. ETH is just fully sending. Look at that. And it is coming into target now. I did have, obviously the original target, 4,500, which I should have held to. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. And Bitcoin as well, just fully sending. Very, very nice. Very nice to see. Are we even monetized? Don't think so, no. I don't think so. If we are, it's probably literally pennies or pounds.
Yeah.
Did anyone see that ChatGPT or OpenAI said ADA will be $4 by mid-October? I didn't see it, no, but I would say probably AI is having a good malfunction there. Sol is breaking, says Short Video Guru. Yeah, Sol's having a good old time of it, isn't it? Sol is having a very, very good time of it. Yeah. And Mr. Save with Crypto is creaming himself. Quite literally.
I am, but I just realised my position wasn't that big.
What do you mean?
Well, I thought I'd gone in a bit heavier position size wise, and I hadn't. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I'm like one sol up, but I was kind of hoping it'd be more than that.
I thought you was
gone large.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I had a bloody order set really low with all my money in.
Where? Because haven't you got? Where is your entry on this one? It was like quite a bit lower, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know. I messed it up now. I've just been adding to it. It was it wasn't brilliant. But it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's all right. Never mind. It's all right.
Oh well, mate. It's all good.
Yeah, that thing when you kind of you leave a few orders lying around and you forget about them.
Yeah.
And they're like so far down that you've.
I think that's kind of the annoying thing, and I think it would be good is if you could set limit orders, but then also you keep the active in your account, and then obviously if it ends up coming into that area for a long or a short,
right,
then it just kind of, if you haven't got enough, it just kind of takes what you've got left in margin. I think it's kind of annoying where you have to basically lock up margin, isn't it? To like,
yeah, I know exactly what
put it in the order book. But I think, say for instance, let's just say the order the margin on a trade was $500. Say, for instance, you put that in the order, you put it in the order book, you're waiting for it to trigger, long or short, whatever. But say, you get to keep that $500 still then to play with. And then say if that trigger comes and you've only got $200, then it just kind of just takes the $200 and opens it with that, instead of like you having to keep your money locked up and not being able to use it while you're obviously waiting for a trade to trigger.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a better use of your money in it. ETH is pumping, Scotty. Yeah, ETH is that's a bloody great 5-minute candle on it, isn't it? Look at that.
Bless you. Bless you.
I'm interested to see what happens for the rest of the day now. Yeah, I'm very keen to see, because Bitcoin has broken above a key level. But I'm very cautious on it. Circle is sending. Oh, that's gonna haunt me forever. That is honestly gonna haunt me forever. Like Boss and like the other ones. But yeah, I think it's interesting because obviously I don't know. I just become so cautious around this US Open price action. I don't know about anyone else. Yeah. Like the fact that it's pumped out of the gates makes me kind of wary.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe that's just because I've closed my long and I want it to dump now. But no, yeah, we'll see. Again, as long as it closes above kind of 113k on the daily, I think it looks. I think it's going to look great, to be honest, for the rest of the week and into next week. It's kind of the key. The key is, how does the daily close? Yeah. So what are you doing with the rest of your week, mate? Have you got anything on? You got anything special going on?
Where are we now? Nothing much this week.
Well, I'm currently just in my house.
I'm doing a live stream this afternoon on my own channel. That should be quite a laugh. And then what else am I doing? Nothing much really, actually. No, just I'm a bit sad because the summer's over, But
yeah,
seemed to happen a bit quick, So I thought I might get into a bit of swimming actually, and try and go swimming every day or something, And so I think I might do that. I might join the old leisure centre and try and get into a bit of a swimming habit. I think that's what I might do this week.
Very nice, mate.
That was a conversation stopper.
I know, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't think. I couldn't think of what to say.
You're trying to think of something funny, weren't you?
Just you and your Speedos.
I said, yeah.
You and your Speedos. Do you know what's funny is, speaking of that, I don't know why Speedos remind me of this, but me and one of my good friends, when we was younger, we used to have the same driving instructor, right? And we used to go gym all the time together, and we'd if we was on a rest day or something, we'd go swimming, and then obviously go in the sauna and the steam room and stuff. And we used to try out just different places and that. Anyway, we went to this leisure centre once and in the pool and stuff, and we noticed this sign on the wall between the sauna and the steam room saying "No shaving in the sauna." So I don't know why, but for whatever reason, we made up this great meme of that. Our driving instructor got caught shaving his bollocks in the steam room, and now for that reason, they had to put a sign up telling everyone not to shave in there. But it does make you think, doesn't it? At some point, someone must have been caught shaving in the sauna or the steam room, and they're like, "Bloody hell, right, we're gonna have to put something on here to tell people not to do that." It became this great meme of that our driving instructor was shaving his bollocks in the sauna or the steam room. Tell you what, I'm a big fan of a steam room. Me, not so much a fan of a sauna. I find it quite irritating, like just the dry heat. But steam room, love it.
So, what's the difference?
Well, the sauna's dry and it's just dry hot air. A steam room is literally heated through steam, so it's obviously like wet, and then the heat comes from the steam instead of a sauna, which is obviously just hot air.
All right. Yeah, because I've only been in a sauna once and I hated it. It was just too hot.
Coding says, when are you doing your 24-hour Weatherspoons live stream competition with Wiz? That's definitely, you're on the right lines, Coding, but that's not what it is. So what we're going to do is, me and Wiz, we're going to go into Manchester and we're going to do a day sat in Weatherspoons where we have to trade to earn our meals and drink and stuff while we're in the Weatherspoons, and see if we can obviously trade throughout the day to earn enough to do that. Now, obviously, Weatherspoons is quite cheap, so it shouldn't take that much, but obviously we're going to be trying to ferociously scalp the market, basically, because we'll just be in there for half a day or so. 24-hour Weatherspoons challenge sounds horrific. So, but yeah, when we're doing that, sometime later this month, it will be. So I'm going to film it. I don't know if we're going to be live streaming in there, but I'm definitely going to be filming it as a video, and it'll go up on the Stonksy channel. Just leaving a like and watch a bit and be gone. Oh, thank you very much, Dunder Thunder. Thanks for joining, mate. Love that.
Yeah, I must admit that idea with the Weatherspoons it sounds brilliant. Actually, I'd love that. That'd be great.
It should be a good one.
If I was any near, I'd come with you. But
I know that'd be awesome. Coding says, imagine you had a guy who got caught every time you see the sign, knowing it's aimed at you. I know. Yeah. To be fair, Save, you kind of strike me as the guy who would try and do that.
I've never shaved my bollocks in my life, actually.
Really? Okay.
No, I like airy bollocks.
Yeah, that's good to know. And Scotty says, saw a guy get nicked for stating he loves bacon sandwiches. That was kind of weird. What, online or in real life? Online or in real life? That's crazy. I have actually saw a video of that. But I'm keen to know if you've seen kind of the same video, if that has literally just happened in front of you, because that would be wild as well. Yeah, I think the UK is out of control, innit? It really is. It's completely and utterly out of control. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin opened well, and it's kind of, I mean, the good thing is it's sticking around, innit? It's it's sticking around well. So yeah, what are you thinking, mate? Go on. While it's basically the end of the stream, give us your prediction. What do you think is going to happen for the rest of today and maybe the rest of this week?
What for Bitcoin?
Yeah.
I think at some point this week, I think we will actually close that CME gap, actually. So I think it will go up to 117 at some point.
Yeah.
When does that interest rate thing actually happen?
Next Wednesday.
Right.
Week today.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll obviously be live twice that day. I'll be live with you, and then I'll be live for the FOMC meeting in the evening. So it's a week today. So I mean, we have CPI tomorrow, and then I think it's basically like a free run into that. Then I haven't looked at what data events there are next week, but we've obviously got two bit of biggies out the way this week. Once CPI is done tomorrow. So
yeah. So. Fill the CME gap this week. All-time high on Monday, and then end of the cycle on Wednesday.
Then we dump down.
Yeah, down to 50k.
I've actually got a new mug. I've got a nice autumny mug. It says "Hello Autumn" on it. So this is going to be my mug. Obviously heading into Christmas, and then I've just been thinking about it. I'll get a nice big Christmas mug, and I'll wear a Santa hat every day through December. We'll wear a Santa hat on stream. It'll be awesome. Cannot wait for it. But yeah, obviously I've got Hello Autumn mug there. That is from Home Bargains, if anyone wants to know. And yeah, it's got some pumpkins on and all different shapes and some leaves and stuff. So I'm getting in the autumny mood. Are you, mate?
No, I hate autumn.
Oh, there we go then.
So somebody said the other day, they said, "What was the best thing about September?" No, what? I think someone said, like, "What do you look forward to in September?" And I said, like, April.
Get it all out the way.
Yeah.
That's funny. What do you have planned for Christmas? I have no idea, to be honest. Probably Christmas dinner.
I'm just going around Dave's mum's.
Yeah, watch that. Watch it, you. Watch it, you.
She's invited
I hope there's no stuffing of the turkey going on.
I've already had the invite.
Got your turkey based already. Yeah, I don't know. Not really got too much planned. I just love kind of I love the build up, me and everything. SMFC says I fucking love autumn. I love a good coat. Very nice. Yeah. I do. I'm a big fan of the heat and stuff like that. But I also love the build up to Christmas and, you know, kind of the colder season. Now the problem with me is it comes to getting Christmas out the way. New Year comes done, and then as soon as January the 2nd hits, or January the 1st, I just kind of want to skip the next like 2-3 months and go straight into spring and obviously on the route to summer then. So I kind of like, if I could just like get Christmas out the way and then suddenly, like straight away after Christmas, spring starts and it starts to go warmer, I would love that. I hate that kind of dull January, February time. Once you get into March, I think it's okay because you're on the run then, aren't you? But I think January and February are just proper miserable months, like awful. But I love the run up to Christmas, and I love not Halloween itself, but I love like obviously like that kind of autumny feeling. But yeah, there we go. Great stream today, absolutely brilliant. Thank you for coming on once again, mate.
Oh, no worries.
And yeah, thank you to each and every one of you that have watched and still here and still knocking around. Thank you for your engagement in the chat. And of course, I will be back with you tomorrow as usual. And we do have CPI data tomorrow, US inflation data. So that should be another fun one to watch on stream. Do make sure you tune in. And yeah, let's see where Bitcoin is. It's looking like it obviously wants to break out. Key daily close coming up alongside obviously dragging ETH and altcoins up with it as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. And mate, I will see you. Obviously speak to you in the Discord and stuff, but we'll thoroughly look forward to next Wednesday again.
Yeah, all right.
Right.
All right.
Take care, everyone. Bye
See you, everyone. All right, gotta go. Bye.